Today I'm working on this 2016 Dodge Charger Pursuit. It's got 214,000 miles on it, 5.7 V8 with a whole-wheel drive. It's having a fuel leak issue. So I already fixed it. What I determined the issue was the fuel pump. Well, I determined initially that the fuel was leaking right in here. It was all piled up behind the fuel pump. And I couldn't tell exactly where it was coming from around the pump. Initially, I thought maybe it was the seal, the O-ring underneath, the locking ring and all that. I determined it was not that. So I went to the gas station, started pump fuel, see what happens, and it actually started pushing gas from behind, right here, out of the wires. There was gas gushing out of there. So I took the connector off and looked inside, and it actually, the power and the ground wires are right here, right next to each other. They'd kind of like burned the housing, caused it to crack, and then the fuel came through. So I went to one of my salvage cars, pulled off a connector. You can buy new connectors, you can get them off parts cars, whatever. And then I also pulled the top off a salvage car, just the top portion of the pump, and made sure that it wasn't burned up inside. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape. Put it in and no more leaking. And for those of you who haven't messed with the fuel pumps before, you'll need a good hammer and a decent sized screwdriver. And there are these ridges, you just smack it with the hammer, put the screwdriver in there, smack it with the hammer, pop that lock ring out, and then everything just pulls right off. Of course, be careful. You're talking about potentially causing sparks around fuel. So careful in the process, but I've never had any issues. And so yeah, if you're having an issue with fuel coming out of the top of your fuel pump, that's likely your issue.